The heavy glass door of Dragon's Den Martial Arts Academy swung open with a soft chime. Rose Thompson, 68 years old with silver hair neatly braided, stepped inside wearing her simple floral dress and comfortable walking shoes. The scent of rubber mats and determination filled the air. Fluorescent lights buzzed overhead, casting harsh shadows across the training floor where young students practiced their kicks and punches. Rose's weathered hands clutched her worn leather purse as she scanned the bustling dojo. Mirrors lined the walls, reflecting the controlled chaos of evening practice sessions. The sound of bare feet slapping against mats echoed through the spacious room. She had come looking for her grandson Marcus, who was supposed to be picked up 30 minutes ago. His mother would be worried sick. "Excuse me," Rose called out politely, her voice carrying the gentle authority of a retired school teacher. Jake Miller, a muscular instructor with bleached hair and tribal tattoos, noticed Rose immediately. He smirked and nudged his advanced students. Well, what do we have here?" he said loudly, causing heads to turn. "Did someone's cleaning lady get lost?" Sneakers rippled through the group of teenage students. "Maybe she's here to mop the floors," one boy whispered, not bothering to lower his voice. Another added, "Or maybe she thinks this is a church social." Jake crossed his arms, enjoying the attention. "Ma'am, I think you're in the wrong place. The community center is down the street." His tone dripped with condescension. "This is a real martial arts academy, not some senior citizens exercise class." Rose stood perfectly still, her dark eyes taking in every detail. She noticed Jake's sloppy stance, the students' poor posture, their lack of discipline. Her grandmother's voice echoed in her memory, "Watch, listen, learn. Patience defeats pride every time." "I'm looking for my grandson Marcus," Rose said calmly. The students formed a loose circle around Rose, their laughter growing bolder. "Marcus? That quiet kid who barely throws a decent punch." Jake sneered. "Guess weakness runs in the family." A lanky teenager named Pete stepped closer. "Hey Grandma, want to see some real karate?" He threw a clumsy kick in the air, nearly losing his balance. The group erupted in laughter. "Come on, old lady," Jake taunted, "show us what you got. Maybe you learned some moves watching kung fu movies." Rose observed their amateur footwork, their telegraphed movements, their complete lack of center. 45 years of training had taught her to read opponents like open books. These boys moved like beginners pretending to be warriors. Her muscles remembered the discipline of military combat training, the precision of tournament competition, the respect earned through decades of dedication. "You want me to try some moves?" Rose asked quietly, setting her purse down carefully on a nearby bench. Her voice carried no anger, only calm certainty. Rose stepped forward with fluid grace, her dress shoes finding perfect balance on the mat. Jake laughed and lunged first, throwing a wild haymaker. Without seeming to hurry, Rose sidestepped, grabbed his wrist, and used his momentum to send him spinning into the wall. The impact echoed through the suddenly quiet dojo. Pete charged next, attempting a clumsy tackle. Rose dropped her center of gravity, caught his shoulder, and executed a flawless hip toss that sent him sliding across the mat on his back. Two more students rushed her simultaneously from opposite sides. Rose's movements became poetry in motion. She ducked under the first attacker's punch, swept his legs, then pivoted to catch the second student's kick. With surgical precision, she applied pressure to his ankle, dropping him to one knee while maintaining perfect control. The remaining students froze mid-advance. Rose hadn't even broken a sweat. Her breathing remained steady, her posture serene. Jake struggled to his feet, nursing a bruised ego and shoulder. The entire dojo fell silent except for the hum of fluorescent lights. Even the youngest white belts stopped their practice to stare in amazement at the elderly woman who had just dismantled their advanced class. Rose straightened her dress and picked up her purse as if nothing had happened. "I served 20 years in the army," she said matter-of-factly. Earned my black belt in 1982, competed nationally for 15 years. Won 3 state championships before I turned 40. Just then, Marcus burst through the back door, still wearing his GI. Grandma Rose. Sorry I'm late. I was helping Sensei Chen with inventory. He stopped short, seeing Jake on the floor and the stunned faces around him. Oh no, Marcus groaned, recognizing the scene. You guys didn't know, did you? He looked at his classmates with a mixture of embarrassment and pride. This is Rose Thompson. She taught hand-to-hand combat to Army Rangers. She's been training longer than most of you have been alive. Jake's face turned red as he realized the magnitude of his error. The cocky students suddenly found their shoes very interesting. The woman they had mocked was a decorated veteran and martial arts legend. Tom Chen, the dojo owner, emerged from his office having witnessed everything. His face was grave as he approached Rose with a deep bow. Mrs. Thompson, I am deeply ashamed of what happened here tonight. Please accept my sincere apology. He turned to Jake with cold authority. You're fired. Clear out your locker immediately. Jake opened his mouth to protest, but Chen's stern look silenced him. This dojo was built on honor and respect. You have neither. Within weeks, Rose began teaching traditional forms twice a week. Her classes filled quickly as word spread through the community. Students learned not just techniques, but discipline and humility. The same teenagers who had mocked her now bowed respectfully before each lesson. Marcus watched proudly as his grandmother transformed the academy's culture. Racism had no place where true martial arts thrived. Rose had proven that strength comes in many forms, and wisdom should never be judged by appearance alone. The dragon's den had found its soul again through the quiet power of an extraordinary woman.